Okay, I got the all the studs out and cleaned up the surface there with the wire wheel on a drill just to get all the extra crap that was on there off of it. And now next thing I guess is put on the tool to align the holes for drilling. One thing that's kind of interesting in the instructions, it says to rotate this tool to get the best fit and to the most concentricity around all the holes. And it's amazing, there's about 3 ways it fits real good, and then it starts getting tighter. So I guess that's, you know, says something about the manufacturing tolerances. So anyway, this is where I'm going to go with this setup here. So now I got to remove the 3 of the studs. Okay, so I have the 3 studs in there, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Okay, there we go. So I'll tighten this up and then I can start the drilling. Before I start drilling any holes, I wanted to talk a little bit about the sweet spot, I guess you could call it, of what the preferred depth of the drill is, because these are blind holes, so you don't want to go too far to break out the back of the trailing arm, but you also want to get it deep enough to where the fastener, when you get it threaded into the hole, is flush or slightly below the surface of the swing arm where the hub mounts. So what you see here is a copy of the data sheet I got from the Keensert website that shows the technical data for the inserts, and so I can talk a little bit about that. So here's a closer look at the top of the detail that shows in the middle. On the right you'll see the through hole installation, and on the left is the blind hole installation, which is what I'm going to do. And again, it's very critical that you drill deep enough for this insert to finish flush or slightly below the surface of the that you're going to mount the hub to, but you don't want to go too deep and drill through the back of the trailing arm. So there's kind of a sweet spot there. So if you look at the thin wall inch series chart at the bottom of the table for the 5/16 24 internal thread, 7/16 14 external thread, they want to see a thread tap depth of 1/2 inch. Well, since I'm going to be just wrapping a piece of tape around the drill to set my depth, I'm going to go just a little bit deeper than that. Maybe if I can go between a 64th and a 32nd, just so I can make sure that when I finish the threads, the insert's going to be able to go all the way down and flush. I don't want to have it proud of the surface. So anyway, that's where I'm going to go. So I don't really have any video of me drilling or tapping the holes. I don't have a tripod or anything, so I've just been holding the camera with my hand, as you can obviously tell by the jitteriness of it. So anyway, what I want to talk about though here is the actual kit. This is from Patton Machine, Rick Patton. It's a real nice kit, and you get the plate that you bolt to your swing arm that's got the 3 holes that you use to locate the plate. And then, of course, you got the 3 holes that you put the tools in to either drill or tap. This is the tapping, or the drill, sorry, this is the drilling tool. And then here's the drill. And it's a .397 drill. I think it's an X size. But anyway, you can see I still have the tape on it here from when I drilled the hole. But basically, you just slide it in there once you've got some kind of a measurement as to how deep you want to go. And as I said before, I went with a 1/2 inch plus a 64th to a 32nd with the tape. Now, this is the drill I used. It's just your standard DeWalt 2-speed battery operated drill. And what I did was to start out with the drill on the low speed, thinking I could control it better. But actually what happened is that the drill is so sharp and the aluminum is so soft that it basically just cut right into it and basically pulled the drill. And it was really difficult to keep the drill or hold on to the drill, because it was a lot of torque there. So also what I did was I used to digress here. This is the cutting fluid that I use. That's called Tap Magic for aluminum, and I got it at Granger's. I couldn't find it locally anywhere. So anyway, back to the drilling. So like I said, I drilled the first few on the passenger side with the drill in the low speed setting. Actually, the guy I borrowed this kit from told me that, Dave, you'll be an expert by the time you get to the last two, and I certainly was, because when I went around to the other side to do it, I decided to change the drill up to the high speed, and it was very much easier to control the depth. And basically, what you want to do is just go in a little bit, pull out, go in a little bit, pull out, and use lots of cutting fluid. And so the drilling went real well. And then here's the guide for the tap, and then here's the tap. Again, this is a 7/16 14 tap. That's a bottoming tap too, so you want to get a bottoming tap. So anyway, that's it. I'll get back to the rest of the video. Okay, while I'm at it, here's the bag for the inserts. This is a McMaster car part number here. I'll zoom in on that if you can see it. But it's more important to get just do a search for 5/16 24 by 7/16 14 thin wall carbon steel Keensert, and you'll be all set. They weren't very expensive. I think they're about a little over $2 a piece. So I ended up buying a couple of extras in case I screwed something up. But anyway, that's the insert. Here's a picture of one of the .397 holes after I got done drilling. Okay, I have the first three holes tapped on this side. Give it a close-up of the threads. They turned out pretty good. I guess there's a lot to be said for having the right tooling to make sure the tap's straight or perpendicular and all that stuff. Boy, I'll tell you what, that drill really does grab in the aluminum. So on to the next three. Okay, here's the one of the last three on this side to do. I just wanted to show you what it looks like before you use the tool to pound the little stakes in. So anyway, they all look pretty good. And here's a picture of the little Keensert installation tool that you use to anchor the 4 pins on the Keensert into the aluminum. It's pretty simple. You just slide the sleeve over the pins and then insert the little plunger and tap it in with a hammer. It doesn't take much effort at all to go into the aluminum, and that's it. So I wanted to show you a picture of the finished installation of the studs. Obviously I have the swing arm off the car right now. I'm waiting for the my new hubs to come in and the axles. I thought it'd be easier to it would be easier to install these Keenserts in the car, because the swing arm's being held in place by all the suspension. But in order to make sure that I have good clearance on the axles in their swing, with the CV joints, I think it'd be easier to do it when they're out of the car. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was I'll see if I can zoom in here. Again, I'm holding this camera and the swing arm. It's not focusing very well. But anyway, they turned out pretty good. The Keenserts anyway. So that's it for now, and I'll be posting more videos as I continue with this upgrade. The next one will probably be once I get the hubs and axles, making sure that I have good clearance and down this tube here, so I don't scrape or rub anything. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.